So a lot of people asked me. They said, "Well, I made the mistake a while ago, probably yesterday, which was a while ago for me, I guess. I made the mistake of posting onto one of the videos for the Metro Exodus trailer. I posted on there and said, "Man, this looks really good. I have to make a video about this, breaking it down." And to my surprise, I got a bunch of likes on it, and people have been like, "When's the video gonna come out?" I'm like, "Well, here comes this." So now I feel obligated to make a video breaking down the trailer. This video breakdown is going to be coming from someone who's a super huge fan of the Metro series, like the biggest fan of Metro series. I was so humbled when the official Metro Facebook page shouted out my video and brought you guys to my channel. I guess I'm super excited to break this down. I'm going to right now. I don't really want to talk about it anymore. I'm just going to keep going. So here we go. Screen capture going on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. So the first thing I should mention is that I'm gonna press play real quick. First thing I'm gonna mention here is that the first thing they said here is world premiere, which world premiere meaning we're gonna have world premiere meaning basically that the Metro Exodus is not exclusive to Xbox One X or Xbox One. It is actually going to be coming to PS4 and PC, because if it was coming to Xbox One, they would have made it clear and said Xbox One console launch exclusive or Xbox One console launch or Xbox One console launch exclusive. I'm sorry, they would have said Xbox One console launch exclusive or Xbox One console exclusive. This is actually world premiere, meaning it's just going to come to Xbox One, PC, and PS4. So don't worry for you Sony people. I know someone said that too. It was like, it sucks that it's only going to be in the place or to Xbox One and PC. I'm like, no, it's not the case. It's coming to PS4 as well, judging by the world premiere cover. So looking at this, the first thing we see here is the background of, or the backdrop of Metro's universe. Basically, it's always been snow, sleet, and ice. Lots of dilapidated buildings, lots of destroyed buildings, lots of broken down cars. This is basically what 2033 looked like. And then you have your boys right there, these guys right here, your snouts or your watchmen or Nosiluses, whatever they call them in each game. Metro 2033, they were snouts, and in Last Light, they're called watchmen. Nevertheless, they look just like they did in Last Light in 2033. At least from far away, they do. Lots of dead watchmen laying around here. Shotgun shells leading to a broken gas mask with blood stains all over it. And the next thing after that is, you go a couple frames down, this boy right here. This is the ranger tag that they use when they're going around exploring the metro or they're protecting the people around. That's how you identify as a ranger, which is what the faction that our team is a part of. They're the ones that take over D6. They're the ones that basically have the most power and control despite how small they are. It is actually really cool to see the rangers making an appearance again, and that's basically the tag that identifies who a ranger is. So that's the first tag you see in Metro 2033 from Hunter. Alright, so back on this. First thing you're going to notice when you open it, the watch. The watch makes its appearance again. It's got 1 minute on it, meaning he's got 1 minute of air left in his filters before he has to get more filters, and then otherwise he's done. He's gonna have to find it, or he's gonna choke out and die. When it starts counting down, that's exactly what that means. This right here looks like, well, we'll get a better look at it in a second, but what I want to say it is a compass, but we'll see in a little bit. I like that it's held together, that his entire thing, all the electrical stuff is held together by tape, which you'll see here in a second. But yeah, it's all held by tape right there. Some dilapidated or some destroyed building or destroyed railways. Wait, let me go back a little bit. Let me just go back. This all right here looks like overgrown in the area down here, and part of me believes that the metro underneath is becoming more irradiated, judging just based on the fact that he's wearing a gas mask underneath here. There's more portions of pockets of the metro, or it could be that this one little area, as you can see, there's light coming in. Part of me wants to say that this is not the case, that it's the air that's bringing it down, because we'll see in a little bit why I say that, but part of me just thinks that the area is just irradiated. It's just an irradiated mess and needs to be taken care of. But yeah, I think that it's just overgrown here, and he's got the gas mask on because irradiated down there and he can't breathe. There were portions like that in Last Light where you would walk around and you couldn't breathe because it was just portions of the underground metro that were just heavily irradiated. So You got your dead bodies lying around, cobwebs. You got this body right here. You got a body in the bus over there. You got what looks like bags and stuff. That might be a body right there, actually. Let me go back. Shotgun shells. Yeah, that's a fresh body right there. Or maybe it's just bags. I can't tell. I can't tell. It's like a leg right there. I can't tell. I think it's just bags and stuff, like trash and garbage and whatnot. Both shotgun shells, followed by this guy who had shotgun shells leading all this player. I believe that this is not. I also think that this is not gameplay. I think this is more cinematic footage. However, there could be gameplay elements like where he's walking around. I can obviously assume that's gameplay. This makes me think it's not gameplay is when he picks up this ammo here. It's not like, it's more cinematic than I think it will be in actual end game. The way he picks it up and loads it into his gun, I feel like just like in the previous games, when you pick up ammo, it would just automatically go to your inventory. You won't need to load it into a gun or anything like that. Or maybe I could be entirely wrong. Rat over there. You got, I love the effects. So little junction boxes, just like in Last Light in 2033. I still like the fact that they're using these assets. You got this here looks like one of those power boxes, like the little knobs that you turn there. It could be wrong. This, obviously, the doors, the red doors that lead to, like, sometimes they lead to, like, different loot and stuff. The bar on the door, just like it was in Last Light in 2033. I just love that it's just a huge throwback. Anyone who's a Metro fan will get this. That's the lighter that he always pulls out when you're turning down cobwebs or looking at your journal. You have to pull out the lighter to see it properly. I just like that. That's back. I just love that mechanic. I just love the mechanic of burning cobwebs and watching the fire spread. And it looks even better in here. Like, watch the fire spreads right down there. He brings out the lighter and the fire just spreads on the ground right in front of him. That dead body right there. I just love how beautiful it looks. Everything looks beautiful about it. And then, surprise, surprise, we get on the Silas attack, or Watchman. Look at that thing. They look way more gruesome than they ever had before. Like, the teeth are just they're like gnashing against his fist. I like the fact that you can see the pupil and the iris and stuff, the color. He looks more like a rat dog thing, bat, like in werewolf thingamajig Bob. He's just like, he's super detailed. I think this is what 4A has always always envisioned them to look. And yeah, everyone wants their game to look better, but I think 4A has really like slowly progressed to making the Metro series, the Watchmen and the creatures look the way they want them to. And this is like the pinnacle right here is, Metro 2033, they look like something out of a horror movie. Metro Last Light, they look like something out of, they look like more akin to what they're trying to become here. They look more like wolf dog hybrid things. And now this looks like a wolf dog hybrid of a rat kind of thing. Like, it's got the rat / bat looking thing going on here. I love the fur, the hair on the top of its head, just like it was in Last Light. I still love the pupil and the iris thing going on here. Super aggressive. I like the way that it blinks when he gets hit in the head. It's just, you can just tell that they put a lot of detail into this game and a lot of time and effort into making this look beautiful. You get the scream. Let me go back here. I'm going to play just so you can hear the scream, because the scream's super awesome. Screams in his face and he just kicks it in the head. It's so good. I love the detail. It's just super effective. Blood splatter on the mask, then the gas mask is broken. He's going to have to find the air, or he's going to have to find a filter, or get out of that area where he's got where it's super irradiated. On his way out, got those barred gates there. Now, my question going through this entire thing, before I go into that, I like the way the gun jams. This looks like a pneumatic weapon, which are these makeshift weapons you get they're fire air pressurized bullets. Looks like a pneumatic shotgun, which those are a thing in Last Light in the Metro universe. Also, one other thing that I forgot to acknowledge. We'll go back to it in a little bit. But anyways, yeah, someone is screaming in my house. But yeah, they're moving to this door and opens the door. And what are you gonna see when you get outside? Being chased by a watchman. Gets outside. This is very reminiscent to the scene in 2033 when you open the door and the thing's chasing you outside the door and you shut it right on its head. Punches it, stabs it in the eye, makes my eye hurt every time I watch it because I am very sensitive with my eyes. I hate that. So real quick before we go into this, one thing that I'm curious, I didn't think about it till now, how are they gonna do, like, how are the humans gonna work in this game? and I'll explain why in a second. But like, I don't know where the Reich are and where the red line is, and Hansa. I don't know how they factor into this game, in terms of like canonically or how I had never read Metro 2035. I read 2033 halfway through, and then I don't know what happened. I think I loaned it to a friend, and I never got it back. So forget you, fam. Anyways, I just don't know how the humans integrate into this game now. I like the fact. Okay, so I called this in my last video, my Metro Last Light video, my deep dive into that video. I called this. I said there's a pocket of hope in that game where spring is starting to return, vegetation is starting to return. Like, you can even tell by the storm clouds, by the lightning and the thunder and all that stuff. It's starting to come back, the rain, the vegetation going back. And this is like full circle right here. This is like he's able to take his gas mask off now and actually breathe properly on top of the surface. You won't have to wear a gas mask on there. It looks like in this particular area he doesn't have to. There's storm clouds all the way over here. There's vegetation growing, lots of orange and lots of red leaves flying around, lots of green leaves flying around. Russian helicopter right there. Down. Dandelions. Wow, I didn't even notice the dandelions when I watched that now. Just dandelions chilling there. Like, look at the detail on that. It's stupid. Got your towers over there. It looks like a rail yard, obviously, because that's where we have to go by the end of the trailer. I do like that right around here. Where is it? There it is. Right there. In the corner of my screen right here. Lightning. Lightning streaking across the sky, and it looks gorgeous. Look at that. It's beautiful. You got lightning striking across the sky. I never noticed it until I was doing this. I went through it and broke it down to make sure I was getting everything that I wanted to get. Your binoculars. This is a major thing because this is a major difference from 2033 and Last Light. This is a huge difference. This looks like it could be... Okay, so it could be one of two things. One, it's open world, and you can go basically anywhere. Or two, the way the official game trailer described it in the description on their channel. They said it is a non-linear sandbox game, which makes me think that it is more akin to Metro Last Light's level, where you're on like the swamp level, where you're up there and you're just exploring, and there's places to go to find different like ammo pockets and whatnot and collectibles and stuff, but it's not super open world. It's not open world at all. It's just a non-linear level like they describe. This makes me think, when they say non-linear level sandbox, it makes me think, oh snap, it's going to be bigger non-linear areas, but still you're in a contained area that you have to wander around. So just looking at this map, I see, question marks here, which makes me think maybe these are areas that you can go to find different weapon caches, or maybe you can find unique weapons, or you could find unique gear, or maybe they're collectibles over here. There's three different areas that look like they're by settlements. Like, there's little villages and stuff that look like little settlements or areas right here. I don't know. Maybe it is open world. You can go wherever you want. This looks like obviously like the train tracks. Like, you can take the train to different locations on the map. This circle right here, I have no idea what this is, but it's got a little red X in it, followed by some writing next to this train track right here, but it looks like it's in Russian, and I can't read Russian. I'm from America. I can't do that. But yeah, that looks like a red X. Looks like either somewhere that's maybe like a main mission, maybe. Maybe that gets updated as you go along. It just highlighted for red X and a circle around it. That's like a main mission. Compass right there. That's what that was in Last Light in 2033 was a compass, but just a compass and a journal that had your objective on it. This is much more expanded, which is super cool to look at. Anyways, carrying on here. Binoculars, night vision goggles, what they look like. They have like a green hue to them. Made me think of the night vision goggles, but I could be wrong. They could be just regular binoculars. This right here, hold on, fudge. I don't know where was that in that. Let's go back to that. This right here could be significant. It could actually potentially be very significant, actually. Because number one, that looks like that right here. This is what I'm referring to. This little flag here. That's what I'm referring to. The cloth. In Last Light, that's how you would find your way on these non-linear levels. You would follow the cloth, and that would lead you to the direction you're supposed to go. There was no button you press. There was no like looking at a map. There was no looking anything up. You had to find these flags, and you would go to where it doesn't hold your hand, basically. And this makes me think that if it is a non-linear, if it is an open world, these flags will guide you to like different weapon caches or different locations and stuff. Or if it's a non-linear level, again, it'll lead you along your path to go where you need to go. So I think that's cool. And which he does end up going to this flag because that's where he needs to go. So it makes me think that this is what they're following. It's just this red cloth they need to follow. Anyways, now we're back on it. He's got a crossbow. Nothing much more to say than other than it's a crossbow with a red dot sight, it looks like. Super detailed, as is everything else in this game. An abandoned looking village or settlement. It could have been once a settlement that got abandoned, either before or after radiation cleared up on here. Not a whole lot of vehicles, just like the couple of trucks and whatnot, like farm vehicles and whatnot. Well, I love the vegetation. I just love that there's so much detail. There's bodies littering everywhere. Hold on a second. Is that a dog on the couch? Hold on a second. Yeah, it's a dog on the couch right there. It's like a dog or a pig or something. Hold on. Because I can see a leg right there. Sorry, this is something I just picked up. I didn't even notice this the first time. There's picture frames on the wall. Yeah, it's some kind of animal laying there. Poor thing, whatever it was. Alright, onward, moving forward. I also wonder. Now that I think I'm noticing things as I'm going through this right now. This is like a window. I feel like maybe he can climb out of that window and go over there to that house. It looks like a door over there or a window right there. It looks like he can probably go out and explore a little more. I just love that. I'm picking up these kind of things right now is all. Body. Ooh, wait a second. But yeah, so I feel like this right here looks like another dead body or of some sort. I feel like that. It looks like I don't know. I'm just very skeptical on what I'm looking at here. I'm just speculating. A dog. A lone dog out here. A lone mutated dog out here. Pop. Bye, Fido. Climbs out. Another part where it makes me think of it's like cinematic and not gameplay because of him pulling the arrow out of the dog's face. I feel like he won't do that for every kill you get. I also like that if you look here, there's bone structure here. Like the bone is yellow. It's super gross looking. It's just the level of detail that I expect out of these games now. It's just like not expected. I expected. You know, I had my expectations for this game graphically, and they blew it out of the water with this graphics. So he pulls the arrow out of the face. Continues on. Another day, another dollar. There's the flag he's making his way towards here. More of these dogs. They all turn around and run away and say, fuck this, we're out. We done. Okay, so some people when I saw they were reacting to this trailer, they're like, whoa, what is that? I'm like, I'll tell you what that is. That is a giant mutated bear, which you would know if you played let me get a good look at it. If you played Last Light, there is a boss battle involving one of these bears or one of these beasts. It looks just like it. In Last Light, there was a mother that you fought, and she was protecting her kids. You can either, spoiler alert, I'm not going to spoil it, or I'm going to put the spoiler right now so you don't spoil it for yourself if you haven't played it. You can either kill the bear or let her live. You get that choice to go on, and I just feel like this is obviously the same bear. It's just cool to see that these creatures are making a return in a big way, and maybe there's going to be other creatures that are mutated. I have not seen. We don't see demons in this trailer. We don't see the winged demons flying around or anything like that. Those are a pretty big mainstay of their original two games. This doesn't look cinematic, but this right here looks cinematic. Him coming over the ledge. I don't see why any player would run over the ledge and look down when they have a giant bear fighting them, but I do like the fact that there's rocks sliding off the top right there. They say, here you go, here's some rocks, some nice debris. Explosive tip arrow. There were bolts in Last Light in 2033 you could use. They were not explosive though. They didn't have different kinds of bolts or like poison bolts. It was just regular crossbow bolts that you could use. So it's nice to see they have explosive tips here. Bye, Felicia. Knocks that bad boy off. He gets stunned and then he is doing his thing and falls off. I just like, this is also something that seems very cinematic. I feel like if you probably time it properly. Maybe this isn't cinematic. Maybe this is all gameplay. I could be entirely wrong, but I don't know. It just looks very scripted, and I've been burned before, so, you know. I have very high expectations for this game, and I'm very excited for it. Jumps in the zip line. Now, you'll see in a second my explanations for a couple things. That's a down power line and good old, looks like a dam with a rail yard and all that stuff. Okay, so real quick before this train goes by, I'm gonna say my real quick thing on this. I think that this game is, the protagonist of this game is RTM. Number one, they say 4A, or the people who made the video for 4A said that this is a direct sequel to Last Light and takes place, is based on the novels of 2033, or inspired by, it is inspired by 2033, it is inspired by 2035. It makes me think they're still following RTM. And I assume that because if you listen to this trailer, there's the grunts that he makes. He sounds just like RTM did in 2033 and Last Light. He sounds just like him. The noises he makes when he's jumping on that zip line sounds just like he did in Last Light when he jumped across something, or he grab onto something. It sounds like that. Also, they said that they use what's their canon ending for this game? Their canon ending for Last Light is the one where RTM survives. Spoiler alert here, their canon ending for Last Light is where RTM survives, and this seems to be following it. And the last thing that makes me point out that he is RTM is right here. When this train goes by, you see what looks like a woman. It looks like Anna. I'm going to be honest, it looks like Anna from Last Light, his love interest from Last Light. She does yell out RTM. It sounds like she yells out RTM. I mean, it's hard to understand when there's a loud train bellowing in the distance right in front of him. And it looks like RTM is going to be the main character for this game again, which I have no problems with. One last adventure of RTM, I'm down for that. I'm so down for that. And he makes it onto the train. And one other thing, when he gets to this train, look at all the stuff. Look at the top of this train. It's like packages and luggage and whatnot. They've got to be going somewhere. They've got to be moving to like some settlement. They're trying to leave Russia. Maybe this is their, and I'm gonna credit Easy Allies for this. Maybe this is their home base. This is like their base where the operations. They are on the move all the time. This is where you take out missions. It would be super sick if this was like a hub that you would go to. And like the different settlements are hubs too, where you go to buy ammo, just like in Last Light in 2033, there were different stations you go to. Maybe these villages that you see on the map earlier are their equivalent of stations. Let me go back to that map. Where's that? So maybe like the map here, like these little areas right here, these are like hub worlds that you can go to, and you can buy and purchase ammo, sell ammo, bullets and stuff in this game. I think it looks cool, and I think it's a perfectly plausible idea to have a hub world, as your train, or a train as your hub, and going around the map in different areas. I think that's perfectly fine, and I think that's awesome. I think that would be really cool to be on a train. One other thing that I wanted to point out earlier before I stop this video, right here, when he has this lighter out, I was too busy being focused on the fire effects to notice this, but this is a compass, it looks like, pointing him to his destination. So you won't have to pull up your map anymore, your journal, to look at your compass of where you need to go. I think it's always going to be here whenever you pull up your lighter. It'll show you where to go. Look at the detail on that lighter. Look at that little, oh god. Anyways, yeah, I just think this is super incredible. Anyways, this is Metro Exodus. This game looks freaking incredible. I cannot wait for this game to come out. I am really sorry that I'm really bad at this. This is something I've not done before. I've never done a trailer breakdown. I don't have a script. Everything is unscripted when I do this. People wanted my thoughts, and people wanted to know, someone who's a true fan of Metro, what they would think about this. And I overanalyzed the crap out of this when I first saw it. I watched it like 8 times straight. Not gonna lie. As soon as the trailer premiered on Xbox, I looked it up on YouTube and just went to the first video I saw and just started watching it over and over and over again to make sure I got everything that I wanted to get into it. I just think it's super cool. Anyways, guys, this is like, I don't want to like beat you down with this, and I want to say like this is something that I've never done before, never done a breakdown before. So you guys are probably thinking like, man, he's really bad at this stuff, why is he on YouTube, blah blah blah. I'm like, please don't take this as my quality content. This is just something I threw together because I wanted to have something recorded for you guys, because people were asking me to do it. If you want to see quality, like my quote unquote quality content, go watch my deep dive in the Metro video, or my deep dive in the 2033 video, or my deep dive in the Darksiders video. Those are more quality. Those are what I'm aiming for with my channel. Shout out to you 452 subscribers that I got now. I got 12 over or now it's 453 now that I think about it. Shout out to you 13 subscribers that I got from within 24 hours of the last video that I uploaded. You guys make me so happy. I'm really excited to keep going with this channel. If you guys want to see more content like this, you want to hear more off-the-cuff content where I'm just rambling on about stuff and going on and on and on and on, be sure to let me know, I guess. If you guys want to see any more trailers broken down in my way, go for it. Let me know in the comment section below. I appreciate all of you. If you like the video, if you want to leave a like, go for it. If you want to subscribe, go for it. I'm not going to make you do anything you don't want to do. Anyways, guys, it was been a pleasure, and I will catch you all later. Peace. Just enjoy yourself.